Alrighty, welcome, wonderful people, to day 2 of the 21-day series. Welcome back. We have seen some returnees from yesterday, which is really great to see. So warm welcome from Brisbane, Australia, and the rest of the team who have been getting the session ready for you. So like I was just saying earlier on, if you missed day 1 yesterday, do not despair. We will rehash everything we covered yesterday today, and we'll also teach you a little bit more. That way, the fact that you're coming every day, you're going to learn a new building block in this journey of yours. But at the same time, if you miss a day, we do have recordings available, but we also keep it fresh so that you're interested to keep coming. Before we begin, we'll do a couple of ground rules and I guess housekeeping rules. So firstly, if you'd like, you can put your experiences in the chat box on how you felt yesterday. If you did the meditation again after yesterday's session, you're more than welcome to put it in the chat box as well. How was your experience? And we do have our team monitoring it. We will give a word of caution though, because there are so many of you and it's amazing to see. We will try and keep up with your questions and comments, especially if there are any techie issues as well. We are here to help. So welcome to Zoom and day 2. I'm going to briefly just share my screen to tell you some of our key resources and then tell you about today's agenda before we kickstart. So this 21-day journey, as you may or may not know, is all stored on this website here called www.freemeditation.com.au/21 days. Now, this website here has everything that you need. So you don't need to search anywhere else. Just remember this website. And this is where you just really need to be. Just one moment. I'm going to pin myself so you can see me. Okay. Alrighty, so this website here, as I said, it's your repository for everything. It has got your time zones, so if you ever forget or you need to share it with families and friends and they're in different time zones from you and they're asking you, oh, what time is this program on? You can convert to your local time here. So 8:45 p.m. Sydney time. Some of the key times that we have, we do have 6:45 p.m. in Singapore and Malaysia, 11:45 a.m. in the UK, 6:45 a.m. Eastern Coast, the USA, and in Germany, 12:45 p.m., Japan, 7:45 p.m. So the time we have here down in Australia, it's nighttime for us. For other parts of the world in Europe, it's probably around your lunchtime. In the Americas, it's your morning. So we've catered it in the best way we could to get a global audience to enjoy this experience. But not to despair, like I said, we do have these sessions recorded. Further down on this website, we have a message from all our greeters and presenters. So basically, because of time limits, we can't go around introducing ourselves and telling you about ourselves, but you're more than welcome to check out this video where we do tell you about who we are, why do we practice Sahaja Yoga, and why are we here to teach it to you for free as well. So remember, this is a free meditation. We are not getting paid, no sponsorships as well, because it is a unique experience that you cannot pay for. And it's because us who have enjoyed it as practitioners, we have felt that benefit in life. This is why we are here teaching it to you for free of cost. So there is some reason behind it all. As you go down, you can join from Zoom or on YouTube. So maybe a lot of you came from Zoom on this website. You can also watch it on YouTube as well. Further down we go, we talk about the course theme. So we are in week 1 at the moment. And then, like I said, all your resources are here. So if you missed day 1, don't despair. It's all here. It's recorded. You can listen to it at your own pace. And we do have slides and other resources as well. So today we are here at day 2 called Know Yourself and Know the Universe. And we're going to imbibe that theme and tell you all about that in today's session. Just to wrap up on this admin part, if you haven't joined our WhatsApp group, we do have a WhatsApp group available. I will post that link now in the chat and also in the end, just to keep in mind that the WhatsApp group, the link may not work here, but we are fixing it because WhatsApp has a limit capacity. So I will put that now shortly, the WhatsApp link. And if you'd like to join our WhatsApp group, please do so now. You're more than welcome to. That helps us to stay in touch with you on a personal basis. So if you have a question, we don't get around to it today, or anytime during the day, you can send it in the WhatsApp group and one of us admins will help cater and answer it. And that's essentially it. So this is our website. As I said, it's your one-stop shop for everything. Now, today's agenda. Today's agenda, what we have is the meditation session itself will go for about an hour. If you have time and you'd like to stay back, we have a question and answer session after that to address any questions, concerns, queries you may have. I've just seen Web of here has just posted in the chat box the WhatsApp link. So if you'd like to join in now, please do. I will remind everyone as well at the end of the meditation session. So basically, we'll have Edwin. You guys might remember Edwin from yesterday. He's going to introduce what Sahaja Yoga is. And then we have Lynn here from Canberra, who's going to take you through the actual meditation process as well. And I will be your MC during the course to jump in, to lead when necessary, but I will also generally see you in the end as well. But anytime you have any questions, please just put it in the chat box and we will get to it as soon as we can. Before we start, I can see a couple of hands up, so I just want to make sure we are okay. Let's start with Yvette. Are you okay, Yvette? So Yvette, Allison, is everything all right? So Yvette, you can pop yourself off mute and just let us know. Is everything all good? Okay, I might come back to Yvette. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, is everything all right?
Yes. I was trying to do it on WhatsApp and I'm having problems with it. That's okay. Sorry. So I'm fine.
Okay, good to hear. No worries. No worries, guys. If you're having any WhatsApp issues now, honestly, I would say put your phones away for the next 1 hour. Just give yourself this time to just relax, enjoy with us in this collective environment and have fun. We will help all your techie queries in the end if you'd like, if there are any issues. So chuck those phones away, detox everything right now. This is your time. I'm now going to hand it over to Edwin. So sit back, guys, enjoy day 2. And we're here for you if there's any issues at all. Over to Edwin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sahaja Yoga Meditation. And thank you for taking the time off to join this program today. So Sahaja Yoga Meditation, just meditation. What is this all about? I mean, there's just so much of meditation out there. It can be very confusing. So how do you actually find a way to understand what is the right meditation for you? So you have to go to reference points at a human level that gives you the confidence, makes you understand and believe and have faith in yourself. So what is that? That is your central nervous system. Your central nervous system with your brain and the nerves actually is your instrument of truth. That system tells you whether you are feeling happy, sad, hot, or cold. Now, until you have any other way of actually understanding where you fit into all this and how you can manage your health and well-being better, it's a bit of a challenge. Simply because meditation and the divine realm cannot be understood at the level of the human brain. The human brain does not have the capacity to understand the divine. So herein is the first challenge for us humans. The other thing that that's caused us all the discomfort, unhappiness, sadness, whatever you call it, and stresses in life is our outward look on life. We are looking for solutions outside all the time, but all the answers are inside us. So true meditation is one that actually connects you with the all-pervading power that does all the living work. When you can touch this power, then you become energized and you have the power to fix most of your own problems. So how does this work? The only meditation that can do this for you is Kundalini awakening, and that's Sahaja Yoga meditation. So as human beings, we are born with two powers, the left side power and the right side power. So the left side power is our power of desire. The right side power is a power of action. So we desire things on the left side, we act on them on the right side, and we go about our business. Now, the problem is we need the left side power and the right side power to go about our business. But because human beings have been created with the highest level of awareness, in the sense that you are able to choose, make choices about everything, unlike animals. Animals have a restricted capacity and they cannot make free choices. So we have freedom of choice. So that brings another dimension of freedom to us and causes us to push the boundaries, to try to do things to be very good, to try and achieve our goals in our work life, family life, and everything. But what that doesn't do for us at a mental level is it does not clearly demarcate the boundaries for us. So the only way you can demarcate those boundaries is once you have another layer of awareness on your central nervous system. And that can only happen through the kundalini awakening. So what happens is if you are if you cannot balance your subtle system, some of us overindulge too much on the left side, others on the right side. So if you're too far on the left side, you're too much in the past, you tend to accumulate a lot of baggage that you don't need, and it tends to weigh you down, takes you into all the depressive side of life, sadness, and it just wears us down. So people on the right side, if you can't manage your right side, then you are not able to actually enjoy what's going on. You're overthinking, you're looking for the next fix, and generally nothing works for you. So while we need the left side and the right side, we need to be able to balance it. And the ultimate balance in life is when you can master the subtle system. The chart that you're seeing on the screen at the moment is the blueprint of the human subtle system. Now, this knowledge and information is not new. It's been known for millions of years. It's just that people who knew about it kept it close to the chest. But Shri Mataji, on the 5th of May 1970, started Sahaja Yoga and opened the doors for anybody who chooses to have their self-realization can have it just from their pure desire. So we actually don't do too much about this. You have to do the work. So basically, what will happen today is that we will give you the experience to awaken your kundalini, and you need to keep an open mind and take it like an experiment. You don't have to believe us. This is not, Sahaja Yoga has no commercial agenda. It has no agenda to create an environment where we need to control anything. No, we are in the hands of the divine. And our only agenda is your spirit, is to give you the opportunity to connect with your spirit so that all those righteous values, the love that you've been created with, you can touch that and basically repair all the things that have not worked for you on your own timeline. So every one of us in this room at the moment are at different places in our spiritual ascent. And the other part that we've neglected over the years is our spiritual aspect of our lives. Now, when you look at what's happening and what the scientists are talking about, everybody in the past spoke about, setting goals for yourself, achieving those goals, and most of it has been a mental thing. But some industrial psychologists like Maslow has said that you need to achieve a state of self-actualization if you want to be in a state where you can empower yourself to be better than you were yesterday. So a lot of the information is out there. A lot of history about why you should get your self-realization is out there, but nobody knew how to do it. And then came Shri Mataji, created this process, which is actually very simple, and everything, all the tools are within you. So through this process of self-realization and your Sahaja Yoga experience, you will collect a toolbox of tools that you can use to manage your subtle system and fix it up. So the first objective of Sahaja Yoga meditation is to get into a state of thoughtless awareness. So what is preventing us from achieving our full potential is all the noise in our head. We've got thoughts that are bombarding us from the past and others from the future. So to be truly powerful and to be in thoughtless awareness and be able to connect to the all-pervading power, you need to be in the central channel. The central channel is your channel of ascent. So what will happen today is after your kundalini is awoken, you will be connected to the all-pervading power, and then you will be able to validate this yourself. You will be able to take this away and experiment with it on your own timeline, wherever you are. And the beauty about it is the all-pervading power that does all the living work is everywhere. So it's like electricity. It's become such a important part of our existence. All we know is when the power goes off and our favorite program or sports event is on the TV, there's like pandemonium in the whole world, because how can this happen? In the same way, what you don't realize now, your connection to the all-pervading power is equally as important. And once you establish that, you don't need to know how everything is connected, because you cannot know. Your brain doesn't have the capacity to connect you to all those processes. All you need to know is how to switch it on. And the switch is your meditation. After your kundalini is awoken, your switch to keeping the power on and keeping you connected and giving you the power to fix all those things that are not working for you is in your hands. What you do with it is up to you. Our job here is to inform you, nurture you, help you, give you the tools, and what you do with it is totally up to you. So this is a very, very intimate thing. It is your relationship with your spirit, and how are you going to take it forward is totally in your hands. So just the important thing here is to give yourself a chance. We've been created out of pure love, but we don't love ourselves enough. We put all our attention on the things that are not important, all the negative stuff that happens in our lives. So we tend to put too much emphasis on the wrong things. And that is because of our inability to balance our subtle system. When your kundalini is awoken, your kundalini is your individual mother. So it will do all the work for you if you allow it. And that's the point. The point is you have the freedom to choose. We cannot cross that freedom. We will facilitate, we will nurture you, we will provide everything for you. And if you allow your kundalini to do the work, she will look after you like your individual mother. So people, the only thing I can tell you is that the early stages of Sahaja Yoga meditation, you need to be very, very patient with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be sincere, because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on with you at the moment. All we know is that the whole world and everybody needs Sahaja Yoga meditation. They need to be connected. They need to balance themselves. They need to heal themselves. They need to love themselves, and they need to look inside for their answers. And that's what you will get from Sahaja Yoga meditation today. And the other thing to remember, if you are dabbling in any meditation where you are not in control of your faculties, then that is not good for you. That means something else or somebody else is in control. And that's the difference between Sahaja Yoga meditation and everything else, because you are in total control of your faculties. And the first state is to get into thoughtless awareness. And that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to leave the theory there for now, and let's just jump right into the experience. So I'll hand you over to, in the capable hands of Lynn, who's going to take you through the affirmation process now. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Edwin. That was great. So let's just come into ourselves, come into the present moment, put our attention inside ourselves and settle down. We're going to now make acquaintance with our mother energy that's at the base of our spine. So let's concentrate on our breathing for a minute. We can take our shoes off, we can take our glasses off and just be comfortable. When you're ready. And just sitting quietly with your palms open on your lap. We'll concentrate on our breathing. Just allowing the breath to come in and out. So I'll show you the movements we're going to do. We're going to say a number of affirmations. We'll ask a number of questions to take our attention inside ourselves. So using our right hand on the left side of our body. So our right side that Edwin mentioned is our side of action, our left side being our side of desire and our emotions and our past. So with our right hand, we'll be starting with our right hand on our heart. So just go through the movements that we will be doing, then we'll close our eyes for the process and I'll lead you through it, so don't worry. So then we'll be putting our right hand underneath our rib cage, so it's the top of your stomach, and we'll be pressing it quite firmly. We'll then take our hands, we'll dig our fingers into that joining of the leg and the body. So that's the area of our pure knowledge. We'll come back up to the top of our stomach. We'll come back up to our heart. We'll then go to our neck. We'll grab the area where our shoulder and our neck joins, and we'll turn our head a little to the right so that we can hold that area nicely. We'll go to our forehead, and we'll just place our forehead in the palm of our hands and holding firmly with our fingers on either side of our forehead. We'll be going to the back, so we'll just cradle the back of our head in our palms. And then ultimately, the last is we'll stretch our fingers out and place the palm on the top of our head, the center of the top of our head. So that's the spot where it used to be soft, the fontanelle bone area, the fountain. And we'll massage that in a clockwise direction and ask for our self-realization at this point. So if you've all got your shoes off and your glasses off and your palms are open in your lap, you can now close your eyes. If you get lost at all, don't worry, we will put some slides up with what you're saying at that time, so you can have a little look if you need to, but I'll lead you through it. So just closing your eyes. Again, your attention on your breath. And let's take our right hand onto our heart. And we'll ask the question inside ourselves, who am I? Mother, who am I? We're addressing the Mother Nature energy inside of us. Mother, who am I? Am I this body, this mind, these emotions, my ambitions? And let's come down under the rib cage, the top of our stomach area. And this is the area of our mastery of ourselves, the ocean of illusion, you could say. So here we're going to ask the question, am I master of myself? Am I my own master? Or am I looking outside to be told what to do? Am I my own master? Again, don't forget to breathe. Now we go down to the area of our pure knowledge and our pure desire. The fingers pushing in to the join of the leg and the body. And here we're going to ask, Mother Kundalini, Mother Nature, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge about myself. So your Mother Kundalini is just waiting for you to ask her. And as any mother with a child, she just wants to love you and look after you. So now as she travels up through the central nervous system, we'll go up to the top of our stomach again, just under the rib cage, pushing quite firmly there. Now we've awakened our mother energy and the pure knowledge. So we can affirm that I am my own master. Say that quite a few times inside yourself, from your heart. I am my own master. Now, as she travels further up through the central nervous system, we'll come up to our heart and we'll answer that question. Our spirit resides in our heart. I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body, this mind, these ambitions, these emotions. My eternal being is my spirit. I am the pure spirit. Now as she travels further up, this next energy center gets constricted if we feel guilty for any reason. And for some reason, we always feel guilty about something. So let's just take that out. We'll take our hand up now to our neck, turning our head a little to the right, just holding that center firmly with your hand. We're going to affirm many times, Mother, I am not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. No need to think of anything in particular. In general, I am not guilty. Now let's go up to the brain center, just resting your forehead in the palm of your hand, holding it firmly either side with the fingers and the thumb. Here we have to forgive everyone and forgive ourselves. Mother, I forgive everyone. And importantly, I forgive myself. Say that quite a few times. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Now let's just clear that brain center from the reverse side, tipping our head back into the palm of our hand from behind. Mother, if I have made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. So now we don't have to think about anything. It's all gone. Mother, if I've made any mistakes, knowingly, unknowingly, please forgive me. And now sitting up straight or a little bit the head bent, taking the palm of your hand, the center of the palm of your hand on the top fontanelle bone area, the center of the top of your head. Just pressing that palm and rotating the scalp in a clockwise direction from your heart, asking, Mother, please give me my self-realization. And if you already did it yesterday and you're repeating it, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart to get that connection. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please strengthen my self-realization. And now let's just take the hand a little above our head, and you may feel a little puff of vibrations or breeze. Might be cool, might be hot, doesn't matter. Let's bring that hand down, bring the other hand up, keeping it close, and then take it up a little bit. Now just keeping your attention up there where your hand is, bring both hands back down on your lap, palm up, and let's just feel that silence. Just note how your hands are feeling, how you're feeling inside your body. If you need to take your attention back up to the top of your head, you can just again put the hand on top, raise it up. Just leaving your attention there and bring the hand down. Let's just feel that silence. We'll just meditate for a little while. We might have a light guitar music that Bhuvan will play for us by the miracle of technology. You're listening through the top of your head. slowly opening your eyes. So what we'll do now is we'll show you the short form of giving yourself your realization. So this is a technique of Sahaja Yoga that you'll use a lot. We'll do it a few times. So your left hand of desire is in front of you with your attention on that hand. The right hand of action winds around that hand. So just watching that hand raising up. And we're going to tie a knot at the top. So we really want to tie our attention up in our Sahasrara chakra, this place up here. We're going to do that 3 times, once for each channel. The second time, left hand is raising up, right hand is winding around. For the second time, we'll tie 2 knots. And third time, because we're really serious about keeping our attention up there, and tie 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. Now, hopefully, you're feeling something happening in your hands now, and with those vibrations that you'll be starting to feel, we're going to protect ourselves with those vibrations over our aura, over our body. So starting from the left side with the right hand, we're going to go over and back, and that's 1. We'll do that 7 times for each of our energy centers. Over and back. Approximately 7. And when you do that, you can actually feel your attention on top of your head, feel the vibrations flowing in your hands. What we'll have now is we'll continue our meditation with Gaspar in a moment. Before that, we've got a short excerpt of Shri Mataji, inspiring excerpt to listen to, and we've got another little video where Shri Mataji also shows us how to raise our kundalini and put on the bandhan. So we'll get a few times to practice that. So we might go to that video now, but stay in that meditative mood with your hands open in your lap, and we'll come back to you in a minute.
So now, the time has come that we have to know the truth. We have to know the absolute truth. I lost some time because I find there are so many seekers of truth all over the world. And this time has come for these flowers to become the fruit. Very simple thing to understand, that this is done by a power within you, as explained to you. Whether you believe it or not, it is there. This power has to be awakened, that's all. It's a very simple thing, journey of 3 to 4 feet, that's all. But such a simple thing people don't want to accept. If you say eat this way, they'll say no, why not this and this way? Because of this mind. This mind is the one which has created real problems for us. I'm told some gentleman is making big money by telling that how to project this mind here and a project mind there. It's like a cocoon. In a cocoon, you dash here and dash there. You have to get out of it. When they said you have to be born again, clearly, that doesn't mean that you put a signboard here, born again. No? Born again means something has to happen to your consciousness, to your awareness. You have to be truthful about it. How can you be satisfied with something which is not the truth. So what is the truth? Truth, if you understand, is not this body, this mind, these emotions, these thoughts and this ego, but it is that you are the pure spirit. You are the pure spirit. You have to become the pure spirit. That's all. This is what is the second birth. In the Bible, Christ has said you have to be born again. In every religion it is said that you have to be born again. In Sanskrit language, to a realized soul they call it a dvijaha. Dvihi jayati satya, means who is born twice. And they call a bird also as dvijaha because it is in an egg state and then it becomes a bird. There has to be a complete transformation. If you see the problems of our age, there are many. But the main is this, that human beings are to be transformed. They have to be transformed beyond this mind. This mind is created by us through our conditionings and our ego. Just like you create computer and then you become slave of that computer. In the same way, this mind is also working. So it's said that you have to go beyond this mind. When you go into the realm of divinity, then you can watch your mind very clearly, how it works, what it does, where does it take you. This power of kundalini really passes through 6 centers. The 7th center, it does not pass. 6 centers it passes into, pierces through the fontanelle bone area. And that's you connected to all-pervading power of divine love. We have never felt it before, we have never felt it. Christ's disciples have said that cool breeze of the Holy Ghost in the Quran is called as Ruh. In other Indian scriptures it is called as Param Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya. Everywhere it is described, this subtle power, which we do not feel normally, but which exists, which looks after us, which nourishes us, which thinks, which protects. Above all, it loves you.
Now today I'll teach you how to raise your own kundalini, which is your own. Now put your left hand in front of the kundalini, here. All of you sitting down. Can you see me? Put your left hand like this, just like this in front. Like this in front. This hand like this. The right hand has to be moved up, front, down, back, like that, clockwise. You have to raise it. Now, let us raise our kundalini. Start it moving slowly, like this, like this, like this, and throw your hands up, absolutely loose, and then give it a twist. Throw your head back, and now give it a knot. That's one. You have to do it twice. Again, let's do it. Hold the hand in front and start moving it. Take it up, throw your hands, and just give it a twist. And here it is. Third time, you have to give 3 press. You can do it at home. Throw back your hands, head and hands loose, and give it 1, then the second one, and then the third one, like this. Now see, it will improve. Now, there's one thing more one must learn, how to give protection to your aura. That is very important. Protection to your aura, I wish people knew how to do it, they would have saved themselves in many troubles. Is to put your left hand like this. And with the right hand, you move it like this. From here, move it. 1, go back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how you give protection to yourself. Now see your vibration. All right? It's better.
So here's Gaspar. Gaspar will take us through some more meditation. Thanks, Gaspar.
Welcome. Hope you're feeling well so far. I will take you through a second guided meditation. I'm a pianist living here in Brisbane. I'm half French and half English. And I will do something a little special. According to my skill, I'll play some improvised meditative music while leading a meditation. I did this yesterday and I was using a very sunny scale to improvise, very optimistic, sunny outward scale. And today, to change it, I will make it a much more inward introspective scale. So I want you to put your hands palm up on your lap, close your eyes if possible, and just check in with yourself, how you're feeling now. We'll check in 10 minutes time, how you're feeling at the end of this meditation. Take your attention to your emotions and just observe, notice, without judgment, how your emotions are feeling now. Are they like waves of an ocean? Or are they still like a lake? Take your attention to your mind. How at rest is your mind feeling now? check in with your attention itself. How settled does your attention feel? And now I want you to surrender anything that is causing your mind, attention, emotions, even your physical body to feel in any way restless, jittery. Surrender anything in the way of complete inner peace. Now take your attention to your heart and emit the desire for your heart to open. For it to melt. For it to grow. Can your heart grow large enough to fit the whole world? Can it grow large enough to fit in the whole universe? And now we'll take our attention to the top of our head, our 7th chakra, our Sahasrara chakra. And symbolically, we consider the liver on the right side of our stomach to be the seat of our attention. It's the liver that provides all the sugars and energy for our brain. So we can cup our right hand, and symbolically, this is a way of expressing our desire for our attention to come from our liver. Cup it and raise it and place it on the top of our head. See if you can do that about 7 times with your eyes closed, with a sincere desire for your attention to be able to stay on the top of your head, hover above your Sahasrara chakra. stay in complete stillness, both within and without, with your awareness, your consciousness, just resting above your head. No need to focus your attention, and in the same way, no need to let it just fritter into a trance state. Just keep a completely sober, clear attention, and just be in the present, surrendering any thoughts that may come. And finally, check in again with your attention, your emotions, your mind. If there's any difference compared to the beginning. And finally, take your attention to your hands. Any sensations of coolness or heat. Take your right hand a little above your head like we've done already, and see if you can feel anything. You can test with your left hand. Put your hands back on your lap, and when you feel ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gaspar. That was so nice. It was so lovely. And we'll conclude our meditation part of the program tonight by again raising our kundalini and putting on our bandhan. Let's do it together. Raising the left hand, winding the right hand around that hand, tying one knot. Second time, tying two knots. And third time, 3 knots. And let's protect ourselves with those lovely vibrations that we felt in Gaspar's session. Over and back 7 times. Almost there. And 7, approximately. So I hope you all had a nice meditation. That concludes the meditation part of the program. There are question and answer sessions and some information about resources and follow-up after this for those who would like to participate in that. But otherwise, we have concluded the meditation part of the program. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Auntie Lynn, Gaspar, Uncle Edwin. I think these guys deserve a round of applause, guys. So even if you're muted, I think give them a round of applause that it was a fantastic experience, I believe. And I'm sure you're all feeling very relaxed and calm. I believe if the chat box is enabled again, I would love for you to type out your comments, how you are feeling at the moment. That would be really great. So as Lynn said, this comes to the conclusion of the actual meditation session. So if you do have to go now, you're more than welcome to. As mentioned, freemeditation.com.au/21 days, as advertised here, has got all your resources there. So all the recordings from yesterday and today, if you can't stay any longer, you can always catch up from the Q&A we're going to do now shortly. And you can just rewatch it at your own time. As mentioned as well, there is a WhatsApp group. So if I can just get maybe Vaibhav or one of our team to post the link in the chat, do join our WhatsApp group so that you can ask us any follow-up questions and we can give you that attention that you need. For people who are leaving, so what to expect from day 3 tomorrow? So day 3 tomorrow, Kingdom of God is within you. You'll notice these slogans and phrases we are using are quite deep and they're quite profound as well, that get you to start thinking that, okay, what do we mean by these? Tomorrow, what you'll be learning, ladies and gentlemen, is yes, we will be rehashing day 1 and day 2 because we do acknowledge there are new people there and we do need that couple of days to really just establish that self-realization process within us. But what we'll learn tomorrow is more about this left and right channel. You know, why do you feel cool in one hand but not in the other? What does this left and right channel really mean? The past and the future and coming to the present. So we're going to learn that. And we're also going to introduce you guys to a concept called a foot soak, which is like similar to a foot spa. So it sounds very exciting what we've got for you guys tomorrow. Without further ado, guys, if you are staying back now, we are going to proceed to our question and answer session. So like similar to yesterday, this is your chance now, guys, to put your questions in the chat room. We're going to have Edwin and Lynn back on screen and the lovely Monica as well to facilitate your questions. Forgive us again, because of the sheer volume of curiosity and comments and questions you have, we will try and keep pace and answer to the best of our ability. So we do have a team that's also watching your questions and we can try and answer them in the chat if we don't get to ask them aloud and answer them aloud as well. As mentioned as well, if we don't get a chance to get to your question today, do not despair. You are more than welcome to email or put it in that WhatsApp group and we can go from there as well. I think there was a little bit of a comment of why not feeling cool today. In terms of reactions, guys, the main thing is to feel relaxed. Don't stress too much in the first week. I would say that, okay, I'm not feeling this cool breeze everyone says. It's normal. It takes time. It's a journey. Think of us as we're all like trees or plants that are growing, and you're nourishing this tree now with this vibrational force, or the water, you could even say. So some of us will feel it instant, bang. Some of us maybe not, and that's okay because we all have our own pace. So give it that week. Be patient with yourself. Keep that open mind. Share your experiences. You know, we addressed earlier on in the session that someone said, I had tears after the session. Is that normal? I said, yes, because it's your body's way of releasing that tension and stress. So any experience you have, you don't feel frightened or scared or shy. You can even just send it to us personally in the chat box if you don't want to put it out in the forum. Anything your body is trying to react is basically your body's message to yourself that, hey, finally we're getting into this beautiful relaxed state, and it'll release that tension or issues or problems, you know, we've been carrying for years in some state or form, whether that be heat on your hands or on your head, whether it's tingling, maybe pins and needles, a bit of heaviness, lethargy, a bit of sleepiness. Everything is fine. There is no right or wrong symptom or reaction to this beautiful process that you are learning. So without further ado, let's get Lynn and Edwin back on stage with Monica as well. Keep your questions rolling in, guys. Tell us how you're feeling. We do hope you are feeling relaxed. Like we said, if you do need to go, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Over to our Q&A team.
Thank you, Rachita. We have quite a few questions coming in right now. Can somebody please bring Lynn and Debbie on the screen along with Edwin, so we can spotlight them and answer questions one by one?
I'm on to it, Monica.
Thank you. So somebody here says they had a spell of cries and concentrated pain, which went away. I see a lot of people had tears. A lot of people felt emotional. They felt like something had released. Somebody's saying they felt a stronger cool breeze from left hand. Does it have something to do with my left channel? So Lynn, do you want to answer that question? So Karina here is saying she felt a stronger cool breeze from her left hand. Does it have something to do with her left channel?
So it sounds like she just needs to balance left and right so that she's feeling evenly on both hands. So maybe the right hand's a little bit warm, and if she's feeling from the left hand, the left side is good. So what was she feeling in the right hand? Nothing? Or
Karina, do you want to let us know how you were feeling on your right hand as well? Can you just type that in the chat window so we can get back to your question and answer it a little well? In the interim, while we wait for her to reply, there is someone here, they say that she says, Abha here says, I got tears in my eyes with a lot of yawns. I felt something relaxing and a heaviness going away by yawning. Edwin, do you want to put some light on that?
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you think about our makeup as human beings, we are made of the 5 elements. One crucial element in our makeup is water. And water is one of the only elements that can express emotion in the way of tears. So when your heart opens up and you feel this lightness, they're just tears of joy. And you know, tears, when you are sad, you cry. When you are happy, you cry. So it's going to the core of the elements that we are made of. So that's a real profound and exciting experience for whoever felt it. But yes, you just need to continue meditating. And as you learn about the impact of the other elements on your being, you become the master of your subtle system and you can fix most things.
Thank you, Edwin. So Karina's saying here that she felt a stronger cool breeze on the left hand, but she did also feel cool breeze on her right, but it was stronger on her left. So she just wants to know why that is.
So sometimes we use more of our left side or our right side, but we've got a few techniques for balancing ourselves. So I think in the days to come, we'll show you how to balance the two sides. There's just a little balance problem, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Karina, so you just have to be a little patient. You're feeling the cool breeze, so that's pretty good. And as Lynn said, it's going to be a little bit of more balancing in the sessions to come. And feeling a cool breeze is always a very, very good thing. So I think we'll throw this next question towards Debbie. My Sukhi here is saying my right hand was really hurting towards the end of the meditation. Do you want to explain a little bit about the right?
Okay, so the right side, I think, as we've touched on just in the last few questions as well, again, it's an imbalance within us, and we'll work on that over the next few days. But the right side really has a lot to do with thinking and planning, and sometimes just being overactive. So you could have had a very busy day. You could be thinking a lot about the future. So just bringing that right side into balance, which we'll touch on this week, will help to stop that right hand from hurting. It's learning to read these vibrations. Actually, this is all very positive because you're actually feeling your vibrations. You're actually feeling already the messages that your subtle system is telling you. So that's really fantastic at this stage. So we will work on how to balance that, how to clear that right hand so that it becomes cool. And you'll find that in the meantime, just keep raising that kundalini, putting yourself into bandhan, and keeping your attention up here will also help to bring that right side into balance.
Thank you, Debbie. There's a lot of people asking why they felt a bit of heat on their hands, and someone here, Yamini, is saying she felt a bit of pressure on her forehead as well. So Edwin, do you want to explain why would somebody feel a bit of pressure on their forehead, and what does the heat have to do in the meditation?
All right, so let's go back to basics. When your kundalini is awoken the first time, it's like a diagnostics machine. Sometimes when we are not well, we go to the doctor and the doctor examines us and he cannot quite make out what the problem is. So he sends us off to the laboratory to get some tests, x-rays and all those things. When they come back, then he's able to make a diagnosis. So your kundalini is like a diagnostics machine. What it's doing when it rises the first time, it is assessing the state of your subtle system, the chakras. So if you are feeling discomfort on the right-hand side, what it's saying is that your right-hand side has got a lot of imbalances, catches that need working on. And the same with the specific fingers. Sometimes you can find terrible discomfort to the extent that it could be painful on a specific finger. And what it's doing, your kundalini is pointing you specifically to which chakra you need to work on and clear it. And as you go through this process, you will learn about the different elements that impact the different chakras and what the clearing techniques are. And that's the toolbox I was talking about that you will get out of Sahaja Yoga. So you get this toolbox and you pick the tools that you need to fix yourself up. And that's where you get the support from these sessions and regular programs. So to summarize, if you are having heat, that means there's some work that needs to be done. Any kind of discomfort, whether it's pins and needles, tingling sensations, numbness, that means that's bad news, but it's not the end of the world. Cool is good. So if everything is cool, that means everything is working fine. So if you think about Sahaja Yoga, a lot of it is common sense and aligned to the natural forces. So the end game for all of us is to align ourselves with the forces of nature. So therefore, when we talk about moving things in a clockwise direction, those are the universal forces. When we can get our subtle system in alignment with the forces of nature and the all-pervading power that does the living work, then we are in a perfect spot. Then the car's going well, everybody's enjoying the ride. When it's like when you are sitting in a car and you have a flat tire on the left side, the car starts pulling that way, and until you get out, change that tire, you're not going to enjoy the ride. It's the same with your chakras. When your chakras are catching and they're giving you pain and things like that, you will have the tools to fix them. And once they are fixed and cleaned up, you'll start feeling good again. So I hope that was...
Thank you, Edwin. There's quite a few questions rolling in right now. We'll quickly address one question, very interesting. Will creating balance take away our ambition and motivation towards life's goals? So Debbie, do you want to let Jaya Lakshmi know that if she has more balance in her life, will that take her ambition away from her?
No, actually. I think ambition is just a normal part of life, but it's how we achieve them. And if we're going to achieve them in a balanced state of being, sometimes there's things that we want to that we desire to achieve. But it's, like I said, it's how we do it. And if we can do it in a balanced way, then we feel better on the inside, and we can do it in a very creative way. And things will come to us as we need them. Sometimes we can have a desire for something, but it does not quite always work out the way that we think it will. And so just being open to how things come to us and how we achieve those desires is an important part, I guess, of the meditation. And yes, we all have to have desires, and we have to be able to achieve things because it makes us feel good on the inside, and it gives us a state of well-being and of confidence within ourselves and ability, within us.
Very well said. Very well said. When we have more balance in life, it helps us enjoy our achievements even more. So definitely your ambitions are not going anywhere. You can achieve all you want. You'll just be able to enjoy it more. Lynn, a lot of people here are asking about back pain. Some of them felt a bit of back pain, and some of them said that they already have back pain. So how do we address the issue of back pain? For example, Amore here says how to address the back pain during the process. Let me see, I saw one more question for back pain. Prasad also said that his back is hurting. And Ashley, was it Ashley? Anyway, can you address this question that some people have felt a bit of a pain in their back? Why is that?
So they were sitting in the normal way and they were not normally feeling back pain, but then while they were meditating, they felt the back pain, or they just had the back pain in their life in general?
I'm a bit unsure about that, but they just say that they felt a bit of back pain while meditating. So,
okay. So the body likes to interrupt us at times. But another thing is, as we're clearing things out, we do get tingles and feelings here and there.
It could also be clearance, right? It could also be that one of the centers there's already a bit stuck and it's getting cleared. Edwin, do you want to shine some light on that?
All of our
So what happens is your kundalini knows everything about what's going on with you. And the moment you awaken it, it's going through the process of trying to point you into where the negativity is, where the blockages are, and things like that. Now, some people, depending on their physical state, some people have back injuries from whatever they've done. So when the kundalini is coming through, sometimes it has to battle through those injured physical spinal cord and things like that. So it could be a lot of things without knowing the specific history of the issue. Generally, the kundalini is not going to hurt you. The kundalini is going to try and point you to where you need to put your attention and where you need to use all the vibrational techniques that you're going to learn to clear those at every level. So what will happen is as you find these sensations, depending on which part of the back it is, it'll be you'll be able to tie it to a specific chakra and what you need to do to that chakra to get rid of those pains. So what I'm saying is the connection between the physical and the subtle body will. This process is starting to point you to where you need to put your attention to repair the body. So without knowing this,
just to put it in perspective, Prasad here is saying that he did not have any back pain earlier. He's getting a bit of back pain in his lower back, and Shamim here is saying that he already had back pain to begin with. So he had pain when he started. So I hope that addresses your questions for the pain. Is there anything else you want to add, Edwin?
Yeah, you just got to be patient with yourself. This is a new process. And the thing is, we've become so used to getting a pill or an injection that fixes things like that. The divine realm doesn't work like that. It works at a subtle level, and you need to get your head into that space that I have to be patient with myself. I have to understand myself, and I've got to get to know myself better. And what happens is, as your awareness rises, these things will become less profound than they are right now. So you've just started, and the more you raise your kundalini, the more you rise through your central channel, then your kundalini will be working from the inside to repair a lot of the imbalances. But you are going to have to just be patient, meditate regularly, and learn more of the techniques to deal with these things.
Thank you, Edwin. Guys, just feel free to turn your cameras on, and you can also unmute yourself in case you really have to ask something. In the meantime, Debbie, there's one more question from Patricia here. She says, what is when you feel that all your fingers are pulsing on the tips, like when your heart pumps? So she's probably feeling pulsations on her fingertips, like little tiny heartbeats. What does that mean?
Yeah. Okay. So again, it's a wonderful thing that you're actually feeling the state of your subtle system. And that's fantastic at this point of time. We're into day 2, and you're already starting to understand that you can feel your subtle system. And once, as we go through the next 21 days or 19 days that we've got, you'll learn the knowledge and the understanding of how to read those fingertips and which chakras and energy centers they relate to. And we will show you some basic techniques of how they can be cleared. I think it was mentioned earlier that this week they'll be showing you how to do a foot soak. And also tomorrow night we're going to be looking at balancing the left and the right side. And that will help you to understand what you're feeling in your hands or on your bodies. I've noticed in some of the questions, people are saying, I felt this on my body, I felt this here and there. So you can either feel it on your hands or you can actually feel it physically on your body. So by coming in again tomorrow night, doing a bit of balancing, hearing about the basics of a foot soak, then that will give you the knowledge in which you are feeling on your hands, give you the knowledge to interpret that information and how to clear any of those pins and needles that you're feeling on fingers or a heat or anything like that and pain. So it's just going to be a gradual clearing of this subtle system. And as Edwin said, it's all about just patience and it's about meditation. If you're getting into a meditation, that's the important part. And the rest will clear as we work through it.
Definitely. It will definitely clear as we work through it. And 21 days is something you've just taken time out for yourself, guys. So like Edwin says, be patient with yourself and please keep meditating every day. We have a very encouraging message here from Laura. She says, I felt incredibly relaxed and amazing. I felt the vibrations and a sensation within, which was a lot stronger than it was yesterday. And that's very encouraging. So she's saying thank you to everyone, to all the volunteers. That's really nice. A lot of people have commented on Gaspar's music. Yes, we will provide links for his music as well. And hopefully we'll have more music from him in the days to come. So keep joining every day. Music is a big part of meditation. Because a lot of people have questions about music. Does either one of the three of you, Debbie, Lynn, or Edwin, want to address what music has to do with meditation or our chakras or our subtle system? Does any one of you want to explain?
Yeah, I can.
Lynn has. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Edwin.
Okay, so it's all about the vibrations. So everything in the universe has its own vibration. And scientists are starting to make the link between Sahaja Yoga teachings and all the experiments that they've done in laboratories. So what happens is, because everything has a frequency and a vibration, certain music pleases certain aspects of our being and our chakras, and that it comes down to the different dimensions of the music, the tempo, vibration and the instrument that's being that's delivering the music. So yes, the direct connection is music is a very, very important part of enhancing your meditations, clearing your chakras, because it has a vibration, and everything, once you get alignment of the vibrations, then you can clear a lot of things. And that's where there's a whole list of which instruments are beneficial for which chakras, and that's advanced stuff further down the track. But yes, if you can meditate to good music, and generally, if the music is appropriate for you, you will feel the coolness on your hands. And that's what everybody experienced with what Gaspar did today, because it was all in alignment and coming from the right place. And all those things were absolutely perfect for the meditation. So yes, music's very important. If you can get good music and listen to it, there's a lot of music, Sahaja music on YouTube, on the internet. Meditate with the music on, that also helps.
And you know what, guys? Tomorrow, the host for tomorrow is going to be Debbie here, whom you see on the screen. She's going to be leading the meditation tomorrow. And I'm just going to say she has an amazing collection of music. So we keep asking her all the time if she can share her music with us. So we look forward to more music that's really good for our spirit tomorrow as well. So on that note, Debbie, there's a question here. Manjula says she felt a backward pull of the head. Is that normal? A backward pull of the head. So maybe she felt a bit of pull on the backside of her head, I'm assuming. Is that normal?
Yeah, I was just saying that Rachita had answered her and said something about that. If it's the back chakra that's catching at the moment, it could be why she's feeling that pull. So just placing that right hand at the back of the head and just saying, forgive me for any mistakes I've made knowingly or unknowingly, will help to release that pressure. And again, it's interesting that everyone is really feeling so much at this point of time, and that they're giving us the chance to really help them to understand what it is that they are feeling, and that what they can do to help clear themselves. And we all feel things in different ways and on different aspects of ourselves. So it's really fabulous that we're getting this feedback. And like I keep coming back to, just staying with us every day and learning that little bit more and that little bit more will help to clear all of this. And as Edwin has said, we're actually giving you a little toolbox so that this subtle system can be cleared daily and help it to work really well. And then you'll find that the meditations become much deeper as well.
Yep, thank you. And a lot of people keep saying that some of them did not feel vibrations. That's all right, guys. Just be patient.
Yeah.
It takes time. In order to get sensitivity in your hands, it's a process which is not. For some people, it might be really quick, right? Lynn, some people can feel vibrations very quickly, but for some, it takes time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also depends. This chakra, if there's an imbalance in this chakra, or you've had some teeth problem or anything can affect this chakra, and that affects what you can feel, but it still might be there. A few strands of the kundalini come through initially. It'll be there, but it might just take a little while to feel sometimes. It happens.
Yeah, thank you. So I see Sean is here from yesterday. Sean, you said you felt a bit of a connection with the founder, Shri Mataji. I see your camera's on. Can you unmute yourself? Do you have anything to share about how you felt today?
Yes, today, the very introduction, actually, of the music, I kind of connected into a state. So right from the beginning, I felt connection. I'm on the East Coast of the US, so it's morning sensation. So it's just that, and obviously I reviewed the recording from yesterday during the day. So yeah, noticing sensations, trying to not get too attached to those instant pleasurable sensations. But yeah, it's quite an experience. So thank you.
Yeah, Sean, we always have our own experiences from the past that do interfere when we try something new. So it's really nice to see that you stayed a bit detached and you gave this an honest try. And just hang on with us, give it a bit of time, give yourself a little bit of time. And I'm pretty sure like this has been life-changing for us. It's going to be the same for you. Some experiences just need a bit of patience, that's all. But it's lovely to see that you're here, and we will be sharing more resources in the days to come. So I'm pretty sure that connection that you felt, it's going to only keep getting stronger and stronger. So thank you for that. Also, I did see Demetrius here. Demetrius, you were here yesterday and you asked the question about some beats that caught Edwin by a bit of a surprise, right? Are you here, Demetrius? Can you unmute yourself? If he's the same Demetrius. Are you here?
I don't think he's in it. I didn't see him.
Yeah, I think, yeah, anyway. So we're going to just take last question. If anybody has any last questions to ask, and then I think we're going to call it a day for today. Is there anyone else who wants to ask? Just pop your question in the chat box.
I can share an experience. And
Sean,
obviously
yes.
I'm a white Englishman, but I have just twice had visualizations about like Indian lady, dressed in traditional Indian costumes. So I don't know if that's just because I'm seeing, you ladies, and it wasn't any of you. It was a different Indian ladies that I saw. One was very similar to Ananda Mai, so I just don't know. I may just have, I don't know about different memories that may be bringing up. I'm not sure, but I just had to share that.
But we're not all Indian here. I am an Indian for sure, but most participants that you see here are definitely not Indian, but we're all connected as humans first, as spirits inside. And that's what Sahaja Yoga is all about. It's just, it breaks all the boundaries. There's no country, there's no nationality, there's none of those things that we've often identified with. So we're just hoping that we can build this community on the same note. So I think we can call that a wrap. I don't see any other questions. If you still have any questions which were not answered today, we apologize from the bottom of our heart, but we will try to address them either in the WhatsApp chat or we will try to document them and share the document with you soon. Is there anyone else who would like to share their experience of how they felt today? Sorry.
Manika, I think I just would like to just make a comment, seeing the type of queries that are coming in. Just remember that this is very, very early days in your journey. And some of us are carrying a lot of baggage, like anger, sadness, tragedies in our lives. So the depth of the impact of those negative experiences in our lives will make it difficult for some people to experience the Kundalini the way a person who has not been traumatized by any of that in a different manner. So therefore, all of us are in different places in terms of our connection with our spirit. So, and that is encouraging to see that people are explaining their different experiences, which means from our perspective that the Kundalini has arisen. So that they have that sensitivity, but the journey is going to be their own. They're going to have their own journey. Some people cannot forgive. So what happens is they wouldn't feel the Kundalini because it'll come up to the Agya chakra on the forehead and it wouldn't go past because of the magnitude of the anger and forgiveness that they're not prepared to do. So because the channels cross over and it gets so tight, the kundalini can't pass through. So those that are not feeling any any vibrations or anything, they just need to keep at it, keep at the affirmations, open their heart out, be sincere with themselves, and try to love themselves. Once they get over all these conditionings and all these bad experiences that they are carrying with themselves, until they release this, it's going to take them much longer to enjoy the full benefits of their Kundalini awakening. That's the only message I wanted to give to them today. And therefore, I always say, be sincere with yourself, be patient with yourself, and just look after yourself, and everything will work out. I can tell you that from my personal experience. My first 3 years was like, it feels good today, but what happened? Tomorrow I'm a basket case. Why? Because I'm still in my head. I need to get out of my head and get out of my brain. And that's the problem. That's what happens with your thoughts. The thoughts actually exhaust you because you're always thinking of smarter ways to do it, and you actually don't need it. Once you get beyond your head, you become so dynamic and so efficient. Your Kundalini just works everything out for you. So just please be patient with yourself, and everything will work out.
And I think this also addresses Abha's question. She's saying that she's been feeling a bit of a burning sensation inside her head, and even right now she's saying she's feeling it. So like Edwin said, sometimes your Kundalini is trying to rise and it just gets stuck in the forehead right here. So it could be that you're unable to forgive someone. It could be you're very conditioned, or you have some habits which are very, very strong. So it could be one of those two things. But Abha, we feel free to unmute yourself if you have to. Otherwise, if you're on WhatsApp, we'll probably share some more details with you that will help you. And otherwise, forgiveness, like just place your right hand on your forehead and try to forgive in case you feel a lot of anger for people or for yourself, or for anyone, or for the situation, or for life in general. Just say, I forgive. That's very, very helpful. So place your right hand on the forehead, gently bend your head down as if you're nursing a headache. And without thinking of anyone, try to forgive everyone. And that should really help with that burning sensation. And that should eventually open this crown or the Sahasrara chakra a bit more. And that pressure will sort of release. I think that's, is there any other question? Can I talk, finish the session? Yes. Who's this?
I'm Shamim Ara Begum from Abu Dhabi.
Yes, hi Shamim.
Hi, Manika. Actually, I wanted to talk. I mean, once Edwin said about forgiveness, and yes. You may not be able to see me. Okay, so
we'll bring you up.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. So as Edwin was saying that because we may not feel any sensation because we are having a lot of baggages from our past and from our trauma, and from because we are unable to forgive that. And so my question is that we come to this journey of meditation or spirituality is to forgive and to and to forget and to move on without any baggage. Now, because we are carrying so much of baggage, or personally I am carrying so much of baggage, the whole idea is to, because I'm not able to let go of that baggage, or I'm not able to let go of the trauma, I'm not able to forgive some people. So if I'm here to learn that, right? Yep. So isn't the meditation going to give me that technique? And maybe if I'm not feeling any sensation, then how am I supposed to just forgive, let go all the baggage without the technique? Because I'm stuck in my life. I'm coming and asking for this meditation to help me.
Shamim, were you the one who said that you had a bit of a back pain as well, right?
Yes, I have. When I started, in the beginning, like just the beginning, when the first part, I started having a lot of pain in my spinal cord, and I'm sitting on a couch with two pillow, okay, and it is like broad daylight over here, Abu Dhabi time, yeah. So
you're saying you're comfortably seated, right?
Yes, I am. And then, I was like really, back pain. And so, yes, I personally have not felt 2 days. I have not felt any sensation or any sort of burning sensation. Although I did feel very, very drowsy and sleepy after yesterday's session. Okay, a lot of drowsiness came up.
Good question, Shamim. What do you do for a career? Like, are you working?
Yes, I am a travel consultant, and I am associated with a Singapore company. But right now, with all the pandemic, going through a very bad time of, travel. So that's my job. But otherwise, also in personal life, I'm also going through some trauma. And always been interested in meditation without knowing what it brings. But I am very, very interested. So it just pulls me. I don't know why it pulls me. But I have not had any breakthrough till now, to be very honest. So the thing is that I'm not feeling any sensation because I'm carrying baggage, I understand. But then how to get rid of this baggage is my question.
Meditation, 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 meditation. So you have to be very patient with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. And we spoke about the left side and the right side, okay? So the left side is your side of desire. If you keep desiring things, thinking about things and wishing for things and don't do anything about it, then what happens is the left side, you are getting very heavy on the left side. You're not balancing it with acting on the right side. So you desire on the left and you act on the right. So for example, let's give you an example. Let's say you are angry with somebody because they did something bad to you and you feel that you shouldn't be, they shouldn't be forgiven. Okay, let's take that scenario. So let's look at it from your perspective. What can you do about it? Think about what you can do and make an attempt to do it. So what happens is, talking about balancing, thinking and thinking and thinking and wishing is happening on the left side. But the moment you start acting on those desires, then your right side kicks in and starts bringing some sort of balance into it. So all of us have been through this. We've had fallouts with family feuds and everything. And then we curse and swear. We'll talk to everybody else and tell them about how bad our uncle was and what he did. But how about taking a bit of leadership and phoning the uncle and saying, why did this happen? So what I'm saying is, we are all afraid of that, the fear that we have within ourselves. When you meditate regularly and your kundalini keeps coming up, you start seeing the bigger picture, you start seeing the light, your attention becomes enlightened. And what happens is, all those qualities of forgiveness, of love, of compassion, of peace, of innocence, all start enhancing themselves. And when they come to the fore, you get to a stage where you have the energy and the power to address those things, to bring yourself into balance. So that's what it is. So just be patient with yourself. And as you go through this journey, there's another aspect of things that you need to do, is you need to introspect. You need to look at yourself and say, well, what is it that I have done so far that has given me all this problem? What is it that I can do differently that can change the outcomes for me? Because sometimes we get so caught up and we've got no direction. But now your kundalini will guide you. As long as you meditate regularly, be patient with yourself, you'll get there.
And Shamim, I'm going to add one thing here. For example, when we can't forgive someone, for example, like Edwin said, say, for example, I get in an argument with somebody, all right? And worse still, if I haven't had an argument, I got dominated by somebody. Somebody was aggressing over me and I didn't like it. And they've said things to me that I did not like, but I could not react to them, maybe because I don't have the courage, or maybe I know it's just going to end in a dirty fight and I don't want to get into it. Either way, what happens is, when we go to bed at night, we are revisiting that scenario, whether we've gotten into an argument or we've not. Either way, we relive that moment again and again. And you know what happens? You're tossing and turning in bed. You can't go to sleep because your mind is constantly working with all those thoughts, replaying that situation and again and again. That's collecting more anger inside you. your emotions are adding to it again and again. So the anger keeps increasing more and more. And because of that, it starts shaping our personality in a way. Either we become very fearful, when we keep getting aggressed, somebody is dominating over us all the time, or one fine day it's just going to bust, and the other person's going to think like, why are you shouting right now when you've never said anything to me before? Either way, you're doing more harm to yourself than anybody else. So really think about it today. That's your homework for today. If you don't forgive somebody, who's getting impacted the most? The person with whom you're angry is probably sleeping nicely. When you can't sleep at night, they are nicely having their sleep. They don't worry about a thing. They don't even know how much anger you've collected inside yourself against them. And really, it's not impacting them. But the person who's being impacted is you, right? So forgiveness is the first step as a favor to yourself. Doesn't matter. It's happened in the past. You can't change it, right? But your actions today, as Edwin said, are going to shape your future. So today you have to be patient with yourself, and as a favor to yourself, you have to forgive. So don't think that you are being gentle with those people because you're forgiving them. In reality, when you forgive, you do a favor to yourself and you leave them to the hands of destiny. Everybody has to pay a price for what they do, right? Our karmas do come back. We have to pay for them. But that does not mean we have to constantly wish for something bad to happen to them. Forgiveness means you detach yourself, as a favor to yourself, you detach yourself from the problem and say, look, I'm not going to worry about this. It's not in my hand, because we enjoy our own virtues. The people might behave in a bad way with you, but that's who they are, not who you are, right? So don't do this to yourself. For your own sake, forgive them, to make your own life easy, and remove one baggage at a time. Meditation, like Edwin said, and as Shri Mataji has said, you have to be patient, because we can't remove all the baggages in one go. You've probably collected a lot. So today, in these 21 days, promise to yourself you will remove one baggage every day. So that means you're going to remove 21 of those problems by the end. And you know what? You're going to feel a lot lighter by the end. So today, forgive. So today's motto, the only motto we're going to have for today is just forgive. Okay? And when you forgive, don't think about it again. Doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's not going to change your future. It's not going to change your present. It's not going to impact you in any way. So just forgive. And to each one of you who are here, think of it like one thing at a time. You can't, if you have too many bags on you, you can't drop everything in one go, right? So we'll just remove one thing at a time. Doesn't matter if we didn't feel much today. Tomorrow, you're going to feel a lot better. Your sleep's going to improve slowly. Your life's going to improve slowly, because slow and steady is what makes it consistent. It's like losing weight. If you lose too much weight all of a sudden, if you have a crash diet, you'll put on all that weight as soon as you go back to your normal life, because we have to lead a normal life, right? So we'll just be patient with ourselves, remove it one thing at a time, get rid of one problem at a time. So we will be consistent, and vibrations are something that you will start feeling slowly. But as long as you start feeling peaceful from within, that's enough, really. Your sleep's going to improve, your life's going to improve. And if you want that, you have to be sincere and just do it one thing at a time. So for today, just keep forgiving, okay? Every time you feel you're getting angry, every time you feel somebody saying something you don't like, immediately forgive. Put your right hand, open your left hand, put your right hand on your forehead, and just say, I forgive. And that is the real life aspect of Sahaja Yoga. That is what Sahaja Yoga is. It's a living thing. So immediately, okay? Shameen, I'm going to talk to you again tomorrow to ask how you're feeling. So I'll hopefully see you again tomorrow. But today, just keep forgiving, okay? And we're going to build up on that tomorrow. So tomorrow, we will tell you one more technique. You've asked for techniques, right? So tomorrow, we'll give you one more technique, which will help you one step, remove one more baggage. Okay?
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Shamim. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Lynn. And thank you, Sean. Sean, thank you. I'm sorry, I forgot to say thank you to you before for sharing your experience, but thank you to each one of you who's joined in today. Thank you to the admins, the facilitators, and all you lovely people who've joined us. Really enjoyed today's session. As always, if there's any questions that we did not address today, we will definitely either send them to you on WhatsApp, or we will document them and share them with you. So I'll hand over to Rachita now. Is there anything else, Rachita?
Yes, so guys, we're actually going to do another little wrap-up meditation like yesterday. But again, I think a big silent round of applause to Monica and our panel today for the lovely Q&A. I think compared to yesterday was really exciting. It was just like, man, questions everywhere. And us admin were like, whoa, everyone is so excited. But today we can really feel the calm that I think everyone's just getting it. Now it's day 2. We're feeling the peace. We're feeling the comfort that you can open up with us as well. And we had some really deep conversations, guys. So thank you, Shamim. Thank you, Sean, for coming forward. And thank you for the questions, guys. That hats off for not being shy and speaking up, because it can be daunting and overwhelming as well. But, you know, slowly you're going to get to know us, guys, and we'll build that rapport that this is a safe forum. We're just human beings, and we're here to help you as much as you guys are also helping and teaching us as well. So to wrap up the night, we are going to conclude with a little meditation with Kirti. So if you do have to go now, I will remind you all www.freemeditation.com.au/21 days. Everything's going to be there for the recorded session and other resources as well. And join in for tomorrow. As mentioned, day 3 tomorrow, we are going to rehash what we've learned today, but you are also going to learn about clearing your left and your right channel. So for example, that might help Shamim and others who are like, oh, I feel cool in one hand, but not the other. What does this mean? We're going to tell you all about it. The other thing we're going to introduce is the concept of how to use natural elements to clear yourself. So yes, we're meditating today, these past 2 days, but we teach you more on how do you use earth, air, water, fire, natural elements to clear your energy centers more. And we introduce you to a concept called a foot soak, similar to like a foot spa. So it's really exciting, guys, what we've got coming up in the coming days. Okay, if you are able to stay back, sit back comfortably again for the next 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to hand over to Kirti now, and she will guide you for a little meditation as well as tell you a little homework we would like to leave you for tomorrow. Over to you, Kirti.
Thank you, Rachita. And thanks to everyone for answering the questions and for even sharing your experiences. It was just beautiful to see how's everyone feeling, and with the questions, it was just so good. So to wrap up, today we'll complete our session today with a quick and small meditation to settle our mind after all the questions, after what all we have learned today. So I want you to slowly close your eyes, have both your hands on your lap, and we just give ourselves time. We give ourselves time to process what all we've learned today, what all questions we had in our mind. We slowly take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. We start by thanking our motherly energy that is there within us, guiding us. We thank her for giving us this opportunity to all meditate together, just to be here, to understand ourselves a little bit more, and to feel that love and peace from within. So we slowly take our right hand and keep it on our heart. We say with all the love, Mother, thank you. Thank you for giving me the self-realization that I could feel that joy, the love, and peace from within. Here, we also say, Mother, please fill my heart with all the love, with strength and kindness. Strength so that I can face each and every small problem, every mundane problem in my days further ahead. Strength to open my heart. Strength to face each and every day. Strength to forgive others and to even forgive myself. Strength to be kind to others and to be kind to myself. Finally, strength to love others and love myself. And we take our hands slowly back into our lap. And just for a minute there, we'll silently meditate. Just see how we are feeling. Any thought comes, we strengthen our heart and kindly say in our mind, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. And watch them go away. We have to remember that we don't have to entertain these thoughts that are running in our mind and swinging our mind sometimes to the past, sometimes to the future. Because we just want to enjoy the present moment that we're in. So whenever you feel ready, we slowly open our eyes. And to complete our meditation today, as we learned how to raise our kundalini and take a bandhan. So together, we'll place our left hand in front of us and our right hand goes slowly towards the top and we tie one knot, slowly bringing both our hands on our lap. We do that again and we tie two knots. Slowly bringing both our hands on our lap. And now for the last one, 3 knots. Now slowly, we take our left hand and we take what we call a bandhan. It's like a protection. We do that 7 times together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's how we complete our meditation. And that's the beauty of Sahaj, that we have always a reason that we did it 3 times for our 3 channels and 7 times bandhan for our 7 energy centers. And we learn as we go through these 21 days program. So now, after completing the meditation, we have a small homework for you that we can view on the screen now. The exercise is that practice raising your kundalini and putting on a bandhan as we taught today. Now, this is like giving yourself realization and protecting yourself. So just how we learned today, and like I said, the beauty of Sahaja is that we always have a reason, like we did. So whenever you meditate at home, before and after you do your meditation, try raising the kundalini and taking a bandhan. And tomorrow, we'll be more than happy to hear your experiences, how you're feeling, and any other questions that are to be answered. And thank you everyone for joining in. I'll now give to Rachita. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Kirti. That was absolutely wonderful. So I hope you guys are feeling really calm and relaxed. If it's nighttime where you are at, then I'm sure you'll have a wonderful beauty sleep. Like I said, it's always recommended that go to bed straight after. You will have the best night's sleep, I can guarantee. So don't go back into sort of mental things like, social networking and Facebook or Netflix, things like that. And like I said, if it's day or afternoon where you're at, enjoy the day that's coming ahead with this blissful experience that you have. So on that note, guys, we are coming to a wrap of day 2. Join us for day 3 tomorrow, same time and same place. Do leave your email addresses. My apologies. I forgot to ask you all to leave your email if you haven't given it to us before. If you have given it to us, that's fine. If you haven't, please put it in the chat box so that we can keep you in our email list. And likewise, as mentioned, we will post the link for our WhatsApp group. Do join that as well if you'd like to post your comments and questions as well. But basically on that note, thank you all for joining. We'll leave a little bit of music to finish off, but please feel free to hit the leave button on the bottom right corner of your device or screen. And we do thank you again for joining. So au revoir, sayonara. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place to learn about day 3.